People prefer different approaches on how work is organized. Some prefer working by themselves, while others have the benefit from collaborating. From your perspective, what is the main concept of working with others? Do you prefer working in group or independently? So I expect that you will find out the benefit of working with the team from this chapter 4 on this week. But first and foremost, let's take a look at this motivational video regarding to our topic today. Following objective, maybe an objective, and instead that you will be able to identify the significant concept about working together. After that, you be able to elevate levels of working with others. And then, applying how to be an effective group member. The concept of working with others is a crucially important skill. It is essential to learn collaboratively. For example, that working with others in discussions and group projects. It is also central to being an active team member at work. An individual ability to work with others will therefore have a fundamental impact on employability. In short, this video could elaborate more the significance of the concept working with others. So have a look at this video first.
How to work well with others. Probably more people than you realize spend the majority of their time working with others in an employment-related situation. And unless they are lucky, these individuals don't get to pick who their co-workers are. Unfortunately, not everyone knows how to get along with others. This can cause all kinds of difficult situations, making it almost impossible to get through the day. Working well with others is crucial in any situation. However, it is even more important in a workplace environment. Why? It boils down to things like efficiency, productivity, and employee morale, just to name a few. The size of the company or business you work for really does not matter. The rules are basically the same if you work with one other person or 1,000. Each individual deserves the same level of consideration. During your job search, you may have noticed the phrase, must work well with others, in the job description or on the application. There is a very good reason for this. Employers do not want to hire individuals who do not work well with others. It typically causes problems right from the beginning. Defining others. In this case, others can be defined as everyone you come into contact with while on the job. Obviously, the answer is going to be different for everyone. However, it can include the boss, your co-workers, the customers or clients you interact with, any vendors you utilize, the HR team, maintenance or cleaning staff. The list goes on. One of the main reasons it's so important to treat everyone equally is that you never know what a person might be able to help you with or do for you in the future. Of course, that means never taking advantage of that particular person's assistance or eagerness to help under any circumstances. Are you familiar with the expression, it's not what you know, it's who you know? Think of it like this. Someone you don't interact with on a daily basis, but still consider a friendly acquaintance, could share a tip with you regarding a friend who happens to be hiring for a position you'd love to have. Without that tip, you would not be aware of the opportunity. This scenario happens much more than you probably think. Just another reason to be considerate to everyone. Another possibility is making a friend you would not otherwise have. Diversity in the workplace is more commonplace than ever before. This gives individuals a much better chance of becoming friends with someone who is not part of their everyday life. It might be someone who works in a different department or the person who maintains the office grounds. When it comes to meeting and making a new friend, the possibilities are almost endless. Why it can be challenging to work with others. There are several reasons why it can be challenging to work with others. Many people have a tendency to bring their egos to their job site. It could be that these individuals are really self-conscious and unsure of themselves underneath. So, they use a big ego as a cover-up. Quite honestly, grandstanding at work backfires more often than not. It creates resentment and bad feelings very quickly. When an employee does not work well with others, for whatever reason, chances are high that that person will end up getting terminated. If this unbecoming behavior continues, the same person risks getting terminated over and over again until he or she finally finds a job where getting along with people doesn't matter. It is a sad scenario when you think about it. Do not let it happen to you. Another challenging part of working with others is making an effort to avoid competition. If a fellow employee is not getting along with you, it may be because of the competitive aspects of your job description and the fact that they're trying to beat you at something. Yes, it is true that a bit of friendly competition can entice workers into improving their performance. However, bringing someone else's work performance up in order to get to them isn't going to do anything other than hurt their feelings. This can lead to a decrease in your own performance and could even cause you to think about moving on and finding a job elsewhere. The importance of respect. If everyone on the job is not being treated with respect, it can be bad for business. If you do not feel like you're being treated with respect at work, it can be extremely difficult to do your best. The same is true for your co-workers. They may not be able to perform their duties efficiently if and when their confidence has been put into check by a disrespectful co-worker. Mutual respect between workers also helps to foster an environment of cooperation between members of a team. If you respect the people you work with, it's much easier to work with them toward achieving a goal. If you do not have any respect for your co-workers or their abilities, why would you count on them to help you out? The best way for a team of employees to build a bond of mutual respect is through training and exercises meant to help everyone to get to know co-workers and their skills. It can be as simple an activity as having each team member share their name and parts of their job they feel they're best at. In an environment where disrespectful behavior is common, conflict is more likely to break out between you and your co-workers. But it is important that you do not let disrespectful behavior get to you and cause you to act the same way. A dispute at work has a negative impact on both morale and overall productivity. If you feel like a co-worker is not treating you with respect, talk to them about their behavior in a calm, respectful manner. But if they are not willing to discuss it, you can take the issue to a boss or supervisor. Also, you may like to see our lesson on essential skills and habits you need to work with others, to master what it takes to work well with others. For further support, the Talent and Skills Hub, you can be supported by our counselors and mentors on
Right? In this part, as you can notice that there are different contexts of working with others, which can be defined via seminars. Okay, what is seminars? Seminar is a conference or meeting for discussion or training. Or seminar can be defined a group of advanced students studying under a professor, with each doing original research and all exchanging results through reports and discussions. Meanwhile, for group projects are designed to help you improve your ability to lead and work as part of a team. This can help students develop a host of skills that are increasingly important in the professional world. For mentor scheme is one-to-one mentoring between a more experienced member of staff that we call mentor with a less experienced that we call mentee. For work placement is a period of supervised work where you will have the opportunity to experience working in a specific role with a company. The term of placement refers to a more considered period of pre-career full-time work experience. And after that, you can see here, you can notice that the different contexts for working with others that happen in discussion groups, support groups, and also lab groups. Right? This is working with others and higher education. University emphasizes the importance of the wider key skill, including team working. Higher education institutions have identified the skill as a critical to successful progression to higher level learning and to retention and completion on degree programs. Okay, working with others is important. That's one of skill that every student should have. Okay, the key skill working with others focuses on teamwork and on planning, organizing, and carry out collaborative work. Okay, if you can see that there are three parts that that being element in working with other, which is we start with planning. Planning is make the learner set target for what they want to learn and plan how they will achieve this. So the first element is planning. What target, which is what objective that the group member have to achieve together. First one is planning the objective. The second one, take an action by doing. Okay, the learner follow the plan and review their progress. And after that, the last step is reflecting. Okay, the learner reflects on what they have learned and how successful their plan was. Just remember the three elements of working with others. First one is planning. The second one, take action by doing, and then reflecting. Okay, this part I will explain more for the next slide. Okay, the table below shows what the working with other standards say that learners must do at each level from 1 to 3. Okay, there are 3 levels: level 1, level 2, and level 3. To doing the 3 elements: plan, do, and reflect. For level 1, working with other, the first one that you have to understand the given objective. After you understand the given objective, then you have to plan to work with together, to work with others. Meanwhile, for level 2 and level 3, you just go straight to plan work with others. After that, if you done with the objective and plan, making a plan with others, then you have to enter this next level, which is we call do, take an action. In this part, for level 1, you have to work with others toward achieving the given objective. Okay, you have to achieve the objective that you have planned in level 1. Okay, the first step. Okay, after you have planned, and then you have to make an action. How I'm going to achieve the objective. Meanwhile, for level 2, you have to work cooperatively toward achieving by identifying objective. For level 3, you have to seek to develop cooperation and check progress toward your agreed objective. Okay, every level is a different action. Furthermore, for reflect or review, for level 1, you have to identify ways you have to achieve things and how to improve your work with others. For level 2, you have to make sure that review your contributions and agree ways to improve work with others. Meanwhile, for level 3, you have to review work with others and agree ways of improving collaborative work in the future. Okay, we go step by step. The first one is planning work. Planning is a crucial both to work and to learning. Effective planning helps us to identify what needs to be done, when and by whom. Number 2, anticipate potential problems and consider ways to tackling them. Number 3, ensure that things are done to a standard and on time. Your learner are likely to plan work in one of 2 contexts, which is in school or college. Context, learners are likely to be involved in planning group project. In work, based on learning, they will be involved in planning real work activities in the workplace. Planning work on project is an important job. Time spent at this stage can save time later. Larger activities may need breaking down into individual tasks with milestones along the way. Some of these tasks have to be completed before others can begin. These are critical tasks and must be done on time, or the rest of the job will be delayed. Okay, at level 1, learners should confirm you understand the given objective and plan for working together. The tutor or supervisor will take responsibility for the objective, allocating tasks and working arrangements, though they should encourage learners to contribute and make suggestions. However, the learner's role is to show that they understand what they have to do and how they are going to do it. At level 2, learners should plan work with others. They should take more responsibility for planning the work and allocating the tasks. They should confirm their working arrangements with their tutor or supervisor and anyone else involved. At level 3, learners should plan work with others. It is the learner's responsibility to agree their objective and what needs to be done to achieve them, agree responsibility with each other, with their tutor or supervisor, and with anyone else involved. So at every level, level 1, level 2, level 3, the questions any team or group needs to answer are the same. Okay, you can use this questionnaire to achieve every level in planning. For number 1, what are we aiming to do? Number 2, what will the outcome be? What will we deliver? What quality standard do we need to meet? What tasks have we got to do to achieve this outcome? How much time we have we got? What resources will we need? People, skill, time, money, materials. Where can we get these resources? Who can support and advise us? What might go wrong? And what contingency plans do we need? How and when will we review our progress? A green target or objective that are shared by everyone is one of the most vital planning tasks. Targets have to focus everyone's energies. They also enable the group to know when they have achieved something. The ability to agree share targets or objectives is central to working with others, and it is the basis of the first component at all levels. As learners progress through the level, they need to take increasing responsibility for setting target. At level 1, what you have to do is you have to check whether you understand what you have to achieve. Is it you understand the objective number 1? What is the objective of the working the objective for making research? Is it you understand the first research? And then at level 2, learner need to know how to identify what you need to achieve together from the objective suggested by your supervisor, tutor, yourself, or others. At level 3, learner need to know how to offer your own suggestions and listen to others to agree realistic objective. The first one, you check, you understand the objective by supervisor or by tutor. But for level 2, you have to identify what you need to achieve together. Meanwhile, for level 3, this is offer you to make your own suggestion and listen to the others. Either they agree with the realistic objective or not. So every level there are different how to make objective. Otherwise, furthermore, for start objective, you can make you can use smart goals. Okay, before this we learn about smart goals, how we discovery about our long-term or short-term vision. But in group work also, you can use SMART target. You can use SMART goals to ensure that you're working with other is achievable. Okay, the first one is specific. The target should be precise and clearly defined, not a vague. Not a vague general aim. And then measurable, you need to be able to measure and record progress and achievement. Achievable, you can reasonable expect to achieve it. Realistic, the opportunity and resources should be available. And then time bound, the objective should include a time limit. An example of a SMART target might be, we will raise to $200 for Friends of the Earth by the end of June 2008. Ask learner to draft a target. They can work in pair to compare target and comment on how specific, measurable, special they are. Asking questions like who, how much, when can help to smarten a target. Reviewing and reflecting. The third component of working with others focuses on the third part of the plan: do, reflect, review, circle. At first level, learners should identify ways you have to achieve things and how to improve your work with others. At level 2, learners should review your contributions and agree ways to improve work with others. At level 3, learners should review work with others and agree ways of improving collaborative work in the future. Reflective practice. While it is vital to monitor progress on a regular basis, it is also useful to take time towards the end of a job or project to reflect on our individual performance and to review the job or project together as a group. Candidates for the working with others qualification must include evidence of reflection and reviewing in their portfolio of evidence. Moderators often report failure to do this as a weakness of many of the portfolio they see. The concept of reflective practice is most common in professions such as health and social care and child care and education. It plays a particularly important role in nurse education, where it is the central tool for CPD. Step 1 of the institution for learning professional development model is to reflect on the professional practice, and one of the group of professional learning and thinking skill is reflective learners. However, the ability to reflect on our work is equally valuable for all learners in all contexts. Indeed, if you can help them become reflective practitioners, you will have equipped them well for their future work. Reflective practice involves identifying significant events, describing what happened in a log or diary or a trusted colleague, reflecting on how you feel about the event, recording what you have learned and what you will do as a result. At level 1, learner need to know how to identify how you have to achieve things together in carrying out tasks and offering support to others. Meanwhile, at level 2, learner need to know how to identify and describe your role in helping to achieve things together. At level 3, learners need to know how to identify factors that influence the outcomes of your work with others, including working relationship, your role, and any changes beyond your control. Reviewing group processes, learner need to be able to review the performance of the group as a whole. At level 1, learner need to know how to identify what has gone well, less well in working with others, including tasks and working relationship and suggest way of improving your work with others. At level 2, learners need to know how to contribute information and listen to others on what went well and less well, and agree ways of improving your work with others, including interpersonal skills. At level 3, learners need to know how to share constructive feedback, to agree the extent to which work with others have been successful and the objectives have been met, and agree ways of improving your work with others, including interpersonal skills. Okay, what makes team effective? The reason are have an atmosphere of mutual support and trust where people can rely on each other. After that, encourage openness so that people feel free to express their views and disagreement while still valuing and respecting each other. Interact and work well with other teams. Have clear procedures for taking decisions and getting work done. Support individuals in their development. Are led in ways that help to achieve the objective, while also taking account of the need of the team and its individual members. Have clear objectives that are understood and shared by all members. Then reflect on how well they are doing. So benefit working with others. A benefit from working with others. Number one, working cooperatively. Working cooperatively means that you have ability to share your ideas, concept, your point of view, or everything. They accept or not is not your goal, but at least you try to take a part as team members. After that, you have changed to gain extra perspective and point of view from team members or the outcome from having together in team. Furthermore, working with others give you wider pool of experience, knowledge, and style. And the last one, you can stimulating thinking. This is to help you to make an effort to think deeper, to think details for one task to another task. This is help you in thinking skill. Okay, ways of working with others. This is the way you can working with others. The first one, constructive criticism, collaboratively, encouragingly, supportively. Okay, before the group, make a decision to speak at least once during the group. Get to know other group members is possible so that you feel more at ease. During the group, sit next to somebody you find reassuring. Write down what you want to say. Think of an example, evidence, or illustration to support your point. If you are nervous, breathe out more slowly than usual. Take your time when speaking. Make eye contact with an audience. Be brief, be clear. Speak up so everyone can hear. Act as the confident even if you don't feel it. Don't apologize, just smile. After the group, congratulate yourself on any progress. Keep any mistake and stumbling in proportion. It is not the end of the world. Decide what you will do next time. Being an effective group member that means that you are being encouraging, being supportive. You can sum up for the group. You can make a suggestion. You can use your body language. You can admit your mistake, and then You can indicate when you agree, and then you can include everyone, have the floor, listen to the other students. Okay, how to be an effective group member, you can use this characteristic. Okay, what makes a good team members? Being a good team members involve three things: supporting individual, helping the team, and achieving the task. Different people have different preference. One person may be task focused, while other person may pay more attention to the needs of the team. However, everyone in a team has to contribute in all three areas to some extent. Good team relationships are founded on openness and trust. It is important that team members share information with each other. It is also vital that they respect and value each other as people. Your listener have to have a right to be valued and individuals. They need to be able to support their fellow team members. This involves both offering practical help when they can and acting cooperatively in other ways, in particular by behaving positively toward other team members and building good working relationships. Good team members are also reliable. They should carry out their responsibility as agreed and be there for other people when they are need. They are also sensitive to the needs of others. Empathy, recognizing and understanding what others people may be thinking and feeling, calls for self-awareness and understanding of other people. So effective team building tasks takes time. There must be frequent and prolonged contact. Team members come together around a specific goal or project. Effective teams go through 4 stages of team development. The first development called forming. Team members are introduced and begin together to know each other. Goal and tasks are established. General polite behavior among members. Not much work get done in this stage, and some members will feel nervous and anxious. The second development is called storming. Members are sizing each other up and may feel more comfortable and voice their view. Members may compete for team roles, may argue about goals or how they should be accomplished, may choose sides against other members. Again, not much work get done in this storage. So if you start in storming stage, you can conflict are continually flaring up because individuals often do not have the skill and or maturity to effectively handle their differences. Perpetual open sore or they are swept under the carpet only to fester and wear their ugly head at the most disastrous time. Negative norms, the unproductive norms that are established become their eventual downfall. Do just enough to get by, every person for themselves. It's often best to eventually shake your team up and move them back into storming stage. Norming, people begin to cooperate, listen to each other, feel less emotional and sort out their roles. Planning the task or activity can begin. Once issues are resolved, agreement occur around team norms and expectations. Trust and common interests are developing, roles and objectives are clarified and understood. Performing, members may contribute and are motivated by result. Relationship is shared according to members. Knowledge and skills, norms and culture are well understood, thus get accomplished effectively and efficiently. For conclusion, working with others is vital, and research shows that collaborative problem solving leads to better outcomes. Besides, it enables us to have emotional support to each other better. Therefore, the more we work together, the more we learn to live with each other's likes, strengths, and weaknesses. Thank you for chapter 4. Thank you for listening to chapter 4. We will see again for the next chapter. Hi and Assalamualaikum.